From the bottom, there we at. Hey, started from the bottom, there the whole team up ahead. Started from the bottom, there we at. Hey guys, I'm coming to you for episode 7. Oh my goodness, already guys. It's been 7 days already. Coming to you live for Speak Easy episode 7. Hey guys. So those who are catching this via the replay, don't forget bit.ly/Love My Voice, coupon code Speak Up to get your copy of my second book, Define Your Voice. For those who are catching me for the first time, welcome, 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 welcome. I am Altavis Pelzer. I am the voice coach, not a voice coach, but the voice coach. And I empower and equip women to define, accept, and use their unique voice. I am a motivational speaker, certified life coach, and Amazon best-selling author. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Michael. Hey, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for sharing out the broadcast. I greatly appreciate that you guys come and join me for Speak Easy each day. Oh, my goodness. I've gotten some real good feedback over on YouTube as well. If you haven't followed me on YouTube, go on over, because these videos, that's where they go. That's where they end up. They don't end up in video graveyard somewhere. They do go over on YouTube and go up for people to be able to view them. And I have started getting some comments on them as well. Super excited about that, right? That part. But I'm coming to you live because started from the bottom, now we at. Oh, started from the bottom, now the whole team up ahead. Okay, well, maybe not the whole team just yet, but it's something to be said when you started from one point and now you're at a whole nother point. And this morning I had a conversation with one of my clients, and the statement that she said to me was, you know what, Coach, I really do, I get it. It clicked for me this morning. You know, it's okay to cry. You know, she was talking about the book that I wrote, the first book that I wrote, and it was It's Okay to Cry. And I wrote that book, published that book last March of 2016. It was an exciting experience. It was also a crazy time. I was trying to find somewhere to stay. I was fighting for custody of my sister. It was so much going on. And so when I think about just where I was in that point last year and where I am in this point right now this year, a lot has happened in just a year's time. It's been a little over a year now because it came out last March. And so when I think about this whole speaking and Speak Easy and speaking engagement, a lot of times people look at the glitz, the glam, the glitter, but guess what? They don't realize that everybody has a starting point. And what that starting point for you may have been completely different than the starting point for somebody else. For me, the starting point was doing an online telesummit, was doing a teleconference via the phone. People did not see who I was. People did not know who I was because I didn't know how to market myself. People didn't, I didn't know about researching the audience, so I didn't know who none of they were either. So we were good on that end, right? I didn't know who they were. They didn't know who I was. I didn't know how to leverage the information that I received from them. I didn't know how to stay connected with them. And so I lost a lot of traction simply because I was starting from the bottom. Now I'm here. Well, starting at the bottom is not necessarily where you have to start. See, that's the piece. People think that I have to go from this rags to riches story all the time, or people think that, you know, I can't learn from the experience of others. People are so scared to make the investment, that dirty I word, investment, make the investment in, you know, somebody that can help you get through those beginning stages. I wish I had made the investment earlier on when it came to writing my books, when it came to marketing myself, when it came to branding myself. I wish I would have made the investment beforehand, but now I know I'm making better choices for myself, but I'm also allowing my students and my clients to make better choices as well. So I may have started from the bottom, but I'm not going to allow them to start from the bottom. Hey, Darlene, I'm not going to allow them to start from the bottom. I'm going to allow them to start from a firm foundation of what it means to be a paid speaker, a firm foundation of what it means to be a paid speaker, because some of y'all are still running around with this pie in the sky dream of what it means to be a paid speaker. We don't all understand what it is. Hey, Janet. And so you literally, that baseline, that is where my clients start. When they come in, they may not have that foundation. They may not have the basics together. They may not even know the bare minimum, meaning they may not know who they are, who they serve, and how they serve. And when they come to me and go through my programs, that is what they get, the who they are, how they serve, and who they serve. But guess what? It's not easy. It's not. I wish it were. I wish it was all that simple. Wouldn't it be all so simple? Yeah, I'm not going to do that to y'all. But I wish it were that simple, right? We all do. We wish it could be that simple, that I could just step on the scene and people say, oh my goodness, I love what you're talking about. Here's money. Here's more money. Take the money. Oh, you are so welcome, Darlene. You know, here's more money. Thank you for sharing out the broadcast. Here's more money. Here, take more money. We wish that it could be that simple. We wish that the process could be that real, but it's not that real. That is called a pipe dream. That is called imagination. Those things that we think that are going to happen that don't really happen. And so when I think about starting from the bottom, I think about the bumps and bruises when it came to publishing my book. Hey, Deborah, when I think about starting from the bottom, I think about that first telesummit that I ever did, or teleconference that I ever did, and how I was so nervous even though people could not see me physically. I was nervous. And if I find what I think I have it. I think I still have the recording. You know what? I may post the recording from that first telesummit I did. Teleconference. What y'all think? Y'all think I should post it? I don't know. I might have to go listen to it first to make sure I didn't say nothing. It was too off the wall. Right? Exactly. Y'all got to make sure I didn't say anything that was like too off the wall, you know. Like, she ain't go too left. But I did get great feedback from it. And I really think that I was just in the beginning stages of putting together, the tips that I teach my students when it comes to speaking. I was just in the beginning stages of putting together the idea of what it is to be a speaker for myself as well as for those who I may come in contact with. And so we all go through this process of, oh my goodness, somebody asked me to speak, but I got to make an investment. And knowing just how that can still turn into a paid speaking engagement for you, how you can still walk away with getting money instead of just putting money out for no reason. Because that part, a lot of people make an investment to speak on a platform, and because they don't have the basic tips and techniques, they just completely, it's a waste of time, energy, and money. It is. I've had some of those. Hey, Dinisa. Hey, sis. Thank you guys for sharing out the broadcast as well. Thank you for the reactions. And so, literally, it's a waste of time, energy, and money. And anybody who's been following me for this last year, this length of time, for over a year now, you know that I said that for 2017, we're going to stop wasting time, energy, and money. We need to get back in focus with what it means to be the paid speaker. And that means that we got to start from the bottom. Okay, what is your bottom going to look like? What is your launch pad going to look like? Ooh, that'll preach. What is your launch pad going to look like? Because see, some of you think about starting from the bottom and you think, oh my goodness, I'm at the bottom of the barrel. Oh my goodness, I'm at the bottom. Oh, nobody will ever want to have me speak, and I'm going to be the lowest paid speaker. No. I need you to change your thought process. So don't think of starting at the bottom being literally, I'm starting at the bottom, meaning I know absolutely nothing. When you come into being a speaker, guess what? There's something that you know, right? Because guess what? You wouldn't be a speaker if there wasn't something that you were the expert on. So coming in, you're not coming in from the bottom. You're not. You're coming in with knowledge and wisdom that somebody needs. You just need to know what are the right steps to take in order for you to be that paid speaker. What are the right steps to take in order for you to get that book published? What are the right steps to take for you to be in a position where, yeah, I might get to the level where somebody's paying me 4, 5, 6 figures to speak. What do you need to do to get there? What's the process you need to go through? What's the steps that you need to take? Again, some of y'all forget, y'all can start off where you are right now could be a springboard. And you're like, oh, but I'm still working a full-time job. You can still be a paid speaker. Oh, but you know, I'm a single mom and it's hard taking care of my kids. You can still be a full-time speaker. Oh, but I'm dealing with a disability and you can still be a full-time speaker. Stop limiting yourself. Stop limiting yourself. You can only go as far as your mind will take you. So if you've already cut it off in your mind that you will not be a paid speaker, if you've already cut it off in your mind that you will go no higher than the ceiling that you see, then you will go no higher than the ceiling that you see. And no amount of coaching, no amount of motivation will help you get past that part. None. You can go and sign up for every class. You can go and sign up for every event. You can sit in front of the biggest of gurus. You can sit right next to Tony Robbins and still won't move. It's a mindset shift. See, everything that I always talk to you guys about is a mindset shift. Literally, starting from the bottom, yeah, what does my bottom look like? My bottom going to look like a springboard. Because, see, you know how some of y'all get that bounce back? You get the bounce back. So even when I make a mistake, even when something doesn't go the way that I originally thought it should have went, even when something doesn't look the way that I thought it should have went, I'm gonna do a bounce back. And I'm going to come back stronger. Because guess what? Even if I fall all the way to the bottom, for me, I'm going to keep in my mind that my bottom is my springboard. And even if I fall back and I get to that bottom piece, I'm springing back up further than what I was when I fell. Y'all got to get to that mindset. You got to get to that place in your heart. You got to get to that place in knowing exactly what you have to offer. This is my springboard. This may be the bottom, and y'all may be looking down at me right now, but don't expect me to stay here. Don't expect it. Hey, sis, don't expect me to stay here just because right now you're looking down at where I am. Don't expect me to stay here. Because in the blink of an eye, I'm gonna do that bounce back. And I'm going to skyrocket past you. And you're going to be looking like, well, how did she do that? Well, where did that come from? Well, what in the world? Didn't she just? Yeah, see, you're going to be questioning everything that you saw me do. But see, in the moment when I said it, opened my hand and said, come on, come with me. You was like, no, I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know this. Nah, she ain't going nowhere. Guess what? Some people, because you have always had your mindset as a started from the bottom mindset, some people will always see you in that same place. And it's because that's where they see themselves. And they never thought that you could get out of the position that they're in right now. And so that's all they see. They don't see how far you've come. They don't see the accomplishments. They don't see the success. They just see where you used to be. They see who you used to be and who they used to call you. You know, everybody in here. Now listen, I'm not the only one. Everybody in here got an auntie, a cousin, a grandmama, somebody that call you a nickname from your childhood. You are nowhere near the same height you were. Listen, okay? They don't see it. Everybody got somebody that call you a nickname from your childhood. I can be, y'all know I'm honest, y'all know I'm transparent. So I have an aunt that to this day, I am almost 40, y'all. Almost 40. To this day, she still calls me woo-woo. Now listen, I don't know too many 40-year-olds walking around answering to the name of woo-woo. But I'm going to answer to it because she my auntie, and I'm too old to be getting whoopings, so. I'm too old to be getting whoopings, so I'm going to answer her when she call me and she say woo or woo-woo. I'm going to answer it. I know the story behind it. I'm going to answer because, you know, that respect factor and everything. But the thing about it is some have really gotten to the point where you've allowed people to call you something for so long that that's all you feel in your heart. That's all you see. So that's all you think you can live up to is what they've called you or who they said you could be. See, I know that I'm her woo-woo. I think I'm going to have to delete this. I'll continue to be her woo-woo. That's fine. But can you see that I've grown past that point? Can you see that I've made it past being that child that was trying to whistle? That's where it came from. Trying to whistle in the mirror, and I couldn't whistle, so I would say woo woo. Don't y'all be laughing. Don't be laughing. This is a non-judgment school. This is a non-judgment broadcast. Y'all better not laugh. But I couldn't whistle. I still can't whistle, y'all. Don't judge. I just don't say woo no more, but I still can't whistle. So don't judge me. Those who are just joining me, thank you for coming into the broadcast. I am Alcides Felser. I am the voice coach, not a voice coach, but the voice coach, coming to you live for episode 7 of Speak Easy, where I come to you and talk to you guys about the behind the scenes of, you know, what it means to be a paid speaker, what I've gone through mentally, emotionally, physically. Y'all know yesterday I talked about the fact that sometimes you gotta make sure that you're invested in what you're talking about. So if you missed that broadcast, go back and catch the replay of that one. Hey sis, hey Thea, I saw you come in. Hey Deidre, you gotta go back. Oh, we done set Michael on fire. Sometimes your light is so bright that they can't even see you anymore. You better come through. They only see the shadow of who you were. You better come through, Michael. That's it. So are you going to keep living by what everybody else saw? What you used to be, who you used to be? Or are you going to step it up? Listen, I challenge my students to step it up on a regular basis. And it's so funny because they tell me that I'm a cliff pusher. And I agree. I push you a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't push you like I don't shove you or nothing, you know. I kind of just give you like a little hip bump, little. You know, like we back in old school. Hey, doing but say okay. I told my age. I apologize. All right, I'll bring it back in. So doing a little hip bump. You just a hip bump them, I'm not shoving them or nothing. I'm just doing a little hip bump. So that way they can get into their purpose. But see, the thing about it is, I've literally watched them do some amazing things over the last few months, the last 6 months, 8 months. Amazing stuff that they probably wouldn't have done if they wouldn't have got that little bump off of the cliff. That's what I love, is being able to get them that little bump. Go ahead, get off the cliff. Come on, let's go. And so I watched one of the young ladies do an interview last night. Oh my goodness, there. One of my clients, she did an amazing interview last night talking about domestic violence. And this is the thing. She nailed it. And she's actually working on doing some events, live events, especially in the month of October, talking and speaking on domestic violence. But listen, this is the same person that got nervous when she thought that she was about to speak on domestic Silence, who got nervous because she got a wrong email saying that she was going to be a speaker for that particular event. She got nervous and like freaked out completely. But the thing about it is literally as we grow and learn, yeah, we might have started from a bottom point, but we're not going to stay there as long as we keep investing in ourselves. We're not going to stay at that bottom space if we keep adding to our knowledge and our wisdom. She does the information. Listen, she does the research. She has the knowledge. She has the wisdom. So yeah, she has what it takes to be that paid speaker, for somebody to pay her to come in and speak about domestic violence. Because guess what? She's a world of knowledge. She is. Thank you for sharing. She is. She's a world of knowledge. And so many people forget that part. That part. We don't have to stay where we're at. We don't. So we can start from the bottom there. We started from the bottom there. The whole team up in here. We can start from the bottom. That's okay. We can start at the bottom piece, but guess what? We don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay there. So you can start with doing a teleconference where you're nervous, and that was almost 2 years ago. You're nervous and you're like you put together this speech, but you kind of don't know if it's going to go right or what's going to happen, and you don't really have no engagement over the phone, so it's kind of like you're just talking to yourself. Hey, Julian. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you doing? It's kind of like you talking to yourself. I promise you. It was. It felt like, because there's no engagement, there's no communication. Like, if somebody asked me to do a teleconference today, I don't think I would be able to do it, because I like engagement. I like the reactions that you're giving me right now. I love hearts on Periscope. I love comments. But I'm not going to be on a phone where I'm just kind of speaking to dead air. Like, it's kind of, it kind of gets you off track. You kind of nervous. Hey, sis. Yes. Ooh, that's good. Life is held up when you can't see. Ooh. We need visionary people in our life. You only pushing the people that you know have wings. A good coach, mentor, yes, can see that in the people. That's in the people they serve. You better say that. It's true. It's true. But we know, like I said, we can start from the bottom. That's okay. I don't mind starting from the bottom. Because guess what? That means that I have a level playing field. And I have the advancement that I can make. I can go higher. So even if I start down here right now, I can keep moving up. It's all right. So even if I start with doing a teleconference where I'm nervous as all get out, that's okay. Because who knew that almost 2 years, less than 2 years later, I would be speaking in Fort Lauderdale and speaking in Jersey and speaking in Baltimore and speaking here and there in Delaware. And who knew? I didn't. But I had to start somewhere. And it's always that process of starting. That start process is scary. Woo, that start process scary. You know what? I'm not dealing with you. I'm not dealing with you, Deidre. But it's the truth. It's the truth. You guys have come so far. I'm so proud of you. Those who are watching, I'm talking to some of my clients who are in the comments right now, because I know that this will be on YouTube, and I don't want y'all to think I'm crazy. So I'm not crazy. I'm just talking to clients. But even though you start from one spot, don't think that you have to stay there. And that even means with you being a public speaker, you don't have to stay in that spot where you're paying for opportunities. You don't have to stay in that spot where the opportunities you're receiving are not really, like you're only doing local opportunities. You don't have to stay there. You just need to gain access to what is it that I need in order for me to move to the next level. And so as I watch each and every one of them level up, I'm like, great. So what I gave, it may not have been perfect, because guess what? I'm not perfect. If you look and ask somebody if I'm the perfect teacher, I'm not. Ask me about sending emails. I can't stand them. So I always struggle with sending out emails. Ask me if I'm the perfect teacher. I'm not. But I might be the perfect teacher for you. I might not be the perfect teacher, but I might be the perfect teacher for you. And in being the perfect teacher for you, that means that I can set you apart, that I can set you on the right path, that I can help you to define, accept, and use your unique voice in order to reach your target audience. That part. Hey, Tarisha. Hey, sis. That part. That part. So again, like I said, even if I stumble and fall, guess what? I got my bounce back, because I am not looking at the bottom of a barrel. I am looking at a springboard that is going to take me even higher than where I am right now. And so that also means, and I'll say this last piece before I leave you guys for today, that also means you got to be mindful of who it is you have around you. That's it. You got to be mindful of who it is that you have around you. Because if you have the right people around you, they're going to help promote you to that next level. If you have the right people around you, even if you start at the bottom, they're not going to allow you to stay there. If you have the right people around you, they're not going to live by who you used to be, but they're going to live by who you are right now. Because some of us get so caught up in who we used to be that we don't think we can be anybody else. That's when you need to change your mindset, and you also need to change the company you keep. Because you started from the bottom. Oh, started from the bottom now. Oh, started from the bottom now. Oh, team up there. Started from the bottom now. Yeah, I'm acting a total fool today. But that's all right, because you know what? I'm excited. I got a couple days left before I speak in Philadelphia. Philly. Hey, Philly, where I am from. Philly. I have a few more days until I speak in Philadelphia. bit.ly/quit tour tickets in order to get your ticket for either the live stream ticket if you're not in the Philadelphia area, or your ticket to the actual event. And I told you it's going to be phenomenal. It is. I'm super excited about that one. So thank you guys to those who have shared out the broadcast. I definitely appreciate it. And you guys have been doing really great with sharing out the broadcast, giving reactions and commenting and giving me that engagement. I love it. You also have been coming get back on the replay. So all my replay viewers, I appreciate you and all that you have come back and talked about and sharing out the broadcast as well. It means a lot because, like I said, less than 2 years ago, I didn't know that I would be at this point. Less than 2 years ago, I was nervous about just doing a teleconference. And that was on a phone, people I couldn't see, that could look. Get my John Cena on. You can't see me. Get my John Cena on. You can't see me. So I was literally at the bottom. Didn't have any followers. Didn't have any email lists. Didn't have any of that. So to go from there to here, it was a process. Get around the right people that can help you get through the process. Get around the right people that can help you get through the process. That can not only show you the process, and I mean show you the real process. Can we be honest? Can I have an honesty moment real quick? Let me just give me a high five or give me the fingers up or something. Don't give me the middle finger though. Give me the fingers up or something. If I can give you an honesty moment. No middle fingers, though. No middle fingers. High fives, things of that nature. No middle fingers. But when I think about everything that I've gone through in that process, I think about so many people that, it congratulated me. I think about people that I talked to who were in positions that I thought I wanted to be in. And the thing about them was that they didn't really share the behind the scenes. They shared the glitz and the glamour, but they didn't share the dirt under your fingernails. And so for those who follow me, you know what I always talk about, how people want transparency. They want a real conversation. They want a real person. They want to see that the process you're going through is real. They want to see the dirt under your fingernails. The reason why we love the rags to riches story, the reason why we go see movies, is because we always want to see the hero win in the end. We want to see the bad guy get their just desserts. I took it back old school and said just desserts. Don't judge me. But we want to see the bad guy get their just desserts. We want to see the good guy win in the end. We want to see him get the girl. We want to see, success and save this one. And that's the things that we really want to see. And so in seeing that process, everybody shows about the damsel in distress getting saved, but nobody shows the fact that you got a couple bumps and bruises, that you got some dirt underneath your fingernails. And so when we think about Joseph and we think about the story of the pit to the palace, you got to think, even when he was brought out of the pit, he still got some dirt on him. When he went into slavery, it wasn't, that wasn't a good title to have. When he went from slavery into jail, it wasn't a good title to have. And then went from all of that to being at the palace. That process, if somebody just told you about him going to the palace and him doing this great thing and interpreting this dream, you're like, oh my goodness, I love that story. But guess what? It has a lot more meaning when you talk about the fact that he was thrown into the pit. When you talked about the fact that he was sold into slavery. His family, his parents thought he had died. When you talk about the fact that he was lied on and thrown into jail and spent time in jail. When you think about all of that, it makes the story a lot more relevant. So what you have to offer is going to be a lot more relevant when you're willing to share the dirt under your fingernails, the times where you cried, the times where you got hurt, the times where you got bumped up and bruised up. Tell them what the story is. Don't be so scared to think people, they're going to think bad about me. They're going to talk about me. Listen, they're going to talk about you regardless. Yeah. They're going to talk about you regardless. They're going to talk about you when you do good. They're going to talk about you when you do bad. They're going to talk about you when you fly. They're going to talk about you when you walk. They just going to talk. So let them talk. Give them something good to talk about. Give them something. Let's give them something to talk about. Let's get, no. They told me no. So, it's the truth though. People are going to talk. People aren't always going to like you. I have people that have, and people think I'm joking and I'm lying when I say this. I have people that have blocked me on social media I have no reason why. I do not know why. I do not know why. I have people that have blocked me. I've had people that have talked bad about me. I've had people that have done so much stuff, guys. And guess what? It happens. When we look at the people who are in the spotlight, there's always something going on in the media talking about them. There's always people, the paparazzi, y'all know. TMZ is good for it. Wendy Williams gets paid to do it. Wendy Williams gets paid to act a gossiping mess. So therefore, there's always going to be somebody that's going to be gossiping, talking, trying to downplay what you're doing, trying to say that you're not the person that you are. Guess what? That's because all they saw was the bottom. They don't see the here. They see the bottom. They don't see that bottom was a springboard. They just see that you fell, that you stumbled, that you made a mistake. Okay, you make a mistake. You learn from it, you move forward, you grow. No ifs, ands, or buts. You made a mistake. Learn and grow. That should be the two words that you continuously have in your vocabulary is learn and grow. It doesn't matter what anybody else has to say. Learn and grow. And so I'm so excited. And this was episode 7 of Speak Easy. Started from the bottom, now we here. Oh, started from the bottom, now we up. Listen, so I started from doing a teleconference on a phone. I was nervous. It was one of those 1-800 free conference lines. I was so super nervous. But if I get the recording, I'm definitely going to share it out with you guys. And you tell me what you think. You tell me what you think. Because I'm just saying. Hey, Shannon. I'm just saying. I might not have did that bad. Might have did all right. But it was almost 2 years ago, guys. So, in that 2-year time frame, look at how far we've come. I love you guys. I look forward to talking to you guys later on today. And hey, sis. For those who are just joining in, thank you for sharing out the broadcast. Thank you for hitting those reactions for me. I look so forward to talking to you guys and doing Speak Easy, because it allows you to see exactly what the process is that I go through. But as we move forward, y'all know that Sunday is the Sunday's D-Day. Oh. And then as Sunday happens, and then again on Thursday, I will be going live to show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's give them something to talk about. No. They don't want me to sing, y'all. So, don't forget, get your free copy of my second book, bit.ly/define your voice. Love my voice. I can't talk. bit.ly/love my voice. Coupon code speak up in order to get a free copy of my second book, Define Your Voice. And the newest book will be coming out. I have some other things that I'm adding to it, so be on the lookout for that as well. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to press it out.